How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of beer review, hopeful goodness, in the form of Daredevil Brewing's Negra, which is a Mexican-style Dunkel. Yeah, beer's on the wrong side, that's weird. First things first, Daredevil Brewing had a couple beers from them. First was introduced to them by my buddy Joel. Then actually the owner ended up sending off some beers to me, which is pretty awesome. And got another round about, several months, about a year later. Dropped a couple on me. A couple hop forward things and a couple of kind of old schoolers. One was a Kolsch and this one, like I said, is a Dunkel. Now it's a Mexican style Dunkel. What does that mean? Actually don't know. It's called Negra, so obviously your brain kind of flicks to Negra Modelo. I assume they're going for that kind of thing, which is their version of a Munich-style Dunkel. Anyway, we're going to drink it, see what she's got as far as what it says in here. Like I said, Daredevil, Lager, Negra, Mexican-style Dunkel, authentic traditional lager. A traditional malt-based Munich-style Dunkel brewed with Mexican-style yeast. Yeah. I have no idea what Mexican-style yeast is, but we'll go from there. For a refreshingly dark lager. Salute. That'd be that, Label-wise, it's pretty much Daredevil's M.O. Just color changes and lettering, and this is, nice little golden top, little golden lettering, kind of black and white graphics, and you're done and done. So, yeah, let's see what this sucker has. Like I said, everybody, I think, at some time in their life, especially here in the United States, everybody's had Negra Modelo at one time. I know I've had a bunch of it. So, I mean, that's what you kind of think when I think of something that's named like this, and they're going for that Mexican style kind of Dunkel, which is weird because you're doing a Mexican style of someone trying to do another style. So it's like a style of a style. It's kind of like when someone, when somebody does a imitation of old George, man, I'm dating myself here, of like George, not George W. George Herman Bush. They're usually doing like a Dana Carvey impression of George Bush, and that's kind of the weird kind of, let's do the Mexican style Dunkel, which is trying to be a Munich Dunkel, but has Mexican yeast. I don't know. We're gonna drink it. It had a head on it, dissipated, as per just typical beer-wise, because I talk way too much. It's kind of just off-white, not creamy, not rocky, and she's pretty damn clear. I mean, she's a darker beer, but if you look at it, it's definitely has that nice kind of clarity to it, a little soft carbonation. Done and done. Definitely looks the part. See what she smells like. Oh, okay, that's super bready, really bready. Comes off even more like Bach-like than it does Dunkel to me. Like really rich breadiness, a little bit of soft fruitiness to that breadiness too, maybe even like a little bit of kind of like a red fruit vibe to it. Yeah, soft, bready notes, a little bit of soft, kind of not necessarily caramel, but it's like it's kind of that richer maltiness in there, kind of like it's a soft, little drips and drabs of caramel kind of thrown into a bread to where you just get kind of hints in there, a nice kind of soft, warm, toasty bread with a little bit of soft little red fruits in there. It's definitely has a little bit of a bittering to it, but nothing too crazy. But yeah. She comes off way more Bach to me than Dunkel. Not necessarily a bad thing. You're talking about a rich, darker kind of lager. Does kind of makes sense to kind of fall in that range. But yeah, it smells pretty good. I love me some Bachs. Let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah, she's flirting with that Bach vibe in my brain. She's drinkable. She's nice. The ABV on here, I don't think I mentioned it because I don't know if I saw it. Back on here it says 2017 Indiana Brewers Cup Grand Champion Brewery, Indiana. That was Daredevil. I'm guessing this is right around 5 and change. That would be my guess. It was canned on May 7th, so it's just about 2 months old as of this filming. But yeah, she comes off this rich, bready, nice maltiness. Definitely super Bach vibes on it. Yeah, get a little bit of that kind of nice, kind of robust, albeit a bit kind of cleaner finishing kind of lager yeastiness. A little bit of very, very soft bittering in there. That's pretty much it. Yeah. She definitely comes off as a lager. She definitely comes off as a kind of darker lager, but Dunkel, Bach, It's kind of usually in my brain there's a bit of a big difference between the two. This one is kind of bleeding the lines between both. A little bit more robust than your typical Dunkel. A little bit kind of below where your typical Bach kind of goes. So it's somewhere in between. I think that's pretty good, to be perfectly honest with you. If you tell me this is 5.5 less, I'm pretty damn fantastical about it. If you're telling me this is getting a 6-7% range, it's just a Bach to me. But it's tasty nonetheless. That's pretty much it. This rich, bready maltiness, a little bit of that soft red fruit, generic soft red fruit without, a little bit of soft bittering from the hops. Super drinkable while at the same time being a malty package. Let's not cut to the chase. This is one of the better Dunkels I've had as of late. I'm going to say yeah, but almost in a cheating way, because I think it gets so close to a Bach. It's kind of like saying a beer that's kind of checkmarked as a pale ale, but it's really just an IPA and super hop forward and everything that's going for it saying that's a pale ale. I'm like, oh, it's a really good pale ale. Well, you know, it's a very not mediocre but well done IPA. But when you kind of throw the pale ale or any of those kind of things, a Bach to a double Bach to a Bach, that kind of comparison, it's a little bit, I would say, cheating, but who cares? But let's put it in there. Yes, it's one of the better Bachs I've had. Sorry, Dunkels I've had as of late. It's pretty tasty stuff. Nice, drinkable. If you're into, we'll get to all that. If you're into these kind of beers, you'll dig this. Value availability, again, Daredevil, I don't know. Maybe somebody down there in Indianapolis could try in on what's what when it comes to how much their stuff costs and where to get it, and leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like traditional German styles. Does it taste close to a Mexican style Dunkel like Negra Modelo? I don't remember the last time I've had one, to be perfectly honest with you. It's been a while. I've had quite a few, but I don't remember it being this robust and this as well made. I think I remember there being a little bit of a kind of off-putting, kind of not necessarily off flavor, but just kind of discombobulation when it comes to the Negra Modelo. Again, it's been forever. Maybe I need to drink one and remember. But it's just a more kind of better made, based off memory, better made, well executed version of what they're trying to do. Getting very close to the Bach end of things, though. So there, if you like those kind of things, you'll definitely dig this beer. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, anywhere in between down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing podcasting stuff. Doing all kinds of awesome podcasting stuff. Brewer interviews, the whole nine. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little Dunkel, Bach, whatever you want to call it, German style malty beer right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.